Hello, sweet, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Divine Alignment. Today, we are going to be talking about your divine purpose, your soul's mission for coming to Earth. What better time than right now to talk about something like this? But really, this is something as human beings we are always seeking to uncover and discover. So I'm really excited to have this conversation today. So if you are new here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button and let's dive right in. So your soul's divine purpose. It's so fascinating how in our Western society, we have come to see that purpose and what we do in this world is tied to our work, and that we find it by going to school and getting an education. I believe that this paradigm and model is shifting a lot right now, hence look out at our world. But there's a lot of physical structures that need to come down, but it's also like this relearning within our minds, because we have been taught to outsource so much of our power and what we're supposed to be doing. Like this whole idea that we go to school, we get an education, and then we do a job, usually working for someone else, and this is supposed to be our purpose. And we wonder why so many people are feeling unfulfilled, tired, fatigued, and feeling like they have a lack of purpose. I think a lot of people spend time searching and reading and learning about discovering their purpose. And this topic is honestly really near and dear to my heart because I did the same thing. I was like, what's my purpose? Please show me my purpose. I can't tell you how many meditations I went into, like asking spirit to show me, guide me, lead me to my purpose. How many times I went for a walk in the forest or into nature somewhere and just asking, like, show me my purpose. So if you found yourself in the same situation ever, I'm really excited to have this conversation. I'm really excited because your purpose is so much more than what you do. Your purpose is so much more than a job. Your purpose is so much more than what your human mind could conjure up. And I mean that. Your purpose is something so vast, so much greater. And I believe that the reason why we aren't taught this is that if people truly understood the magnitude, the power, the presence within them, we would have far too many leaders and not enough followers. But you, my friend, are here to be a leader. You are here to become, be, realize, see, discover, uncover your purpose, your passion, your strengths, and emanate that out into the world. So, I think it's really important to first really understand and realize, like, you are not your job, your career. Like, these are not your purpose. They're just not. But as I mentioned earlier, it's really like we have to unlearn, or rather recode this belief in our brain that has told us this, that has programmed us to believe this. So that's step one. That's step one in discovering your purpose. Seeing that your purpose is not your job that you go to every day. Your purpose is what you are. So step two is seeing that it's none of these fabrications that we've created with the mind And it's everything about who we are. So that's the irony in all of this. That is the irony in all of this, is that there really isn't one specific thing that you're going to do that is your purpose. I know that for myself, for quite some time, I was like, once I discovered becoming a hypnotherapist, I went through this phase of like, oh my gosh, I found my purpose. I found my purpose. Actually, it first started when I became a nutritionist. I was like, I found my purpose. And my purpose is to be a nutritionist. And then I became a hypnotherapist. And I was like, no, my purpose is to be a hypnotherapist. And then as I began seeing and learning people's minds a bit more, I was like, oh, perhaps my purpose is helping people release trauma. That's their purpose. That's my purpose. And I held that one for quite some time. And then more recently, because here's the thing, I'm on this journey with you all. I realized that my purpose, I thought I realized that my purpose was leading people back to themselves. And that's what I've said my purpose is for. That was my most recent evolution of my purpose. Leading people to their divine innate wisdom and soul's guidance within. And I believe that I thought that that was why I was put on this earth, was to help people do that. And now, here to shift all of that, release all of that, as I have come to realize, and my invitation is to perhaps offer this perspective of your purpose, is that your purpose is to be. It's to be all of who you are in each and every moment. The beautiful thing about this is it doesn't confine you to one thing. So that means that your purpose can change every single day. Because if your purpose is to be in every single moment, that would mean following your heart, following your joy, following your guidance, following your intuition. It'd mean living in harmony with source and your soul. And if we get too caught up on our purpose and just doing this one thing that think we're meant to be, think of all of the little miracles and opportunities for miracles and synchronicities and magic that we miss out on along the way. For so focused, tunnel vision on our purpose. This is what I'm here to do. But if you're here to be the greatest emanation of who you are, well then, that could change in every moment. That could mean that, here's an example. I always ask every single day that I be of the greatest service to the whole. This is something that I learned from Richard Rudd from Gene Keys. So every morning I ask Spirit that please show me and guide me to be of the greatest service to the whole. This has led me on some very, very fascinating journeys and opportunities that I would have never, ever encountered. And I've shared so many of them with you guys throughout our times together. And there's something really beautiful when Source uses us, the universe guides us to be of the greatest service to the whole. That means that we could, so I've shared this one. This is the one that comes to mind. When I went to the coast about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I felt called to go to a certain beach. And I don't know why. I just trusted. I felt pulled to go to that one. I'm walking along this one. First of all, there was many synchronicities along the way. Upon being there, so many things happened. I discovered this store. They happened to be doing like this massive sale. They had something that I needed. I'm walking back. I feel called to be pulled to go towards the water. Lo and behold, I see car keys in the sand. In the sand. I pick them up and I think, how on earth am I going to find whoever's car this belongs to? Or for all I know, this could have washed up from China. I don't know. But I just was like, I'm gonna hold on to them. I'm gonna hold on to them and I'm gonna keep walking. I keep walking. Oh, after I pick these keys up, a huge wave comes up and I was like, those keys would have been gone. They would have been washed out to sea. I would have never seen them again. No one would have. Or perhaps they would have been washed up somewhere else. So I'm walking with these keys and I'm like looking around. And then I eventually just forget that I have these keys in my pocket. And then all of a sudden I continue to walk and it occurs to me again, I should be on a lookout for someone whose keys these could be. The second I have that thought, this woman, we lock eyes. I knew it was her. She comes up to me and she says, have you found any keys? I lost it. I was like, oh, yes, I do. I have them. And I was able to give her keys. She was like, these are my only pair of keys. So it's like, so this is an example of living your purpose. Your purpose is to be a divine expression, emanation of who you are. And in that, and you literally loving your life, loving yourself, I didn't do anything like out of my way. It wasn't a nuisance for me. When you are just fully loving and expressing yourself and going where lights up and where feels good and having fun and joy, like you are fulfilling your purpose because you are helping and impacting others, whether you see it or not. And another thing that my guides always share with me is that when you feel joy, when you feel happiness, you are literally seeding that energy, that frequency into the earth. Okay. And I still have like a hard time wrapping my mind around this. But the way that they share it with me is this energy goes into the earth and it literally makes its way out. And you have no idea who's going to pick up on that frequency along the way. You have no idea. You have no idea who it could impact. It could be impacting someone in another country, in another dimension, in another universe. I know, again, I have a hard time wrapping my mind around it too, but I believe it. I feel it deeply in my body that this is possible and that this is happening. This is why one of the greatest things we can do is to be happy, to be in joy. And sometimes the path to happiness isn't happy. So I'm not about just like all love and light, everything all the time. Like sometimes we have to go through a little darkness to really uncover the light. But that's part of the journey and part of the gift that is revealed within the darkness. And so it really does, though, take learning who we are. It takes learning who we are. And I have done so much work around this. I have read so many books. I have taken courses, programs, teachings, mentors, and they've all guided in this beautiful journey of me uncovering and learning myself, because I believe that when we learn ourselves, which is a lot of unlearning and it's a lot of learning of who we are, there's a lot there. And most of it we can't learn from just going to school. Actually, I would say you're really not going to learn much about yourself, your soul's essence, just going to school. You will learn things about yourself through the process and practice of being in school, but they're not going to teach you your soul unless you're going to some incredible university that, let me know about it. But I will say that some of the things that have really led me to understanding myself, because here's the thing about, I think, a lot of sensitive people and empaths, and especially projectors and human design, such as myself, is that it's very easy for me to see others and understand others. It has been very difficult learning and understanding myself. And so that's why I feel really grateful for some of these tools and techniques that I've learned along the way, like Gene Keys. And Gene Keys has illuminated so much for me, as well as human design. I really can't think of anything that has consistently illuminated so much to me. And so with that, I think that there is also like an element of really coming and sitting with what we learn about ourselves and connecting with ourselves through meditation, through visualizations, through stillness and silence. We have to. But I think that it's been through the guidance of those who held space for me to do that too, that I feel like I received so much insight into myself. And so that's why I'm so excited to be leading the portal to purpose and prosperity. This is a program that is truly unlike any other. It's like I've never seen it, and I am so excited to be your guide. I am so excited because, contrary to what society tells you, you are not what you do. You are not your job. You are not your education. These are not your purpose. Your purpose is the constant evolution and uncovering of who you are. And to truly understand who you are is the greatest gift you will ever receive. I have learned so much about myself over the past few years, and I want to show you this infinite vastness that is available for you. Because when you uncover and discover and rediscover and remember who you are at a soul level, your life becomes so magical. You know who to go or where to go, who to meet, who to call, places that you're supposed to be taken to. You know all of these things. Your psychic and intuitive gifts open up because you are living your divine purpose, your divine soul essence. This is what's available to you. This is what's available to everyone. No exceptions. No exceptions. And so through Gene Keys, through meditations and activations, we are going to be walking through this remembering of who we truly are. And I believe that there's really no greater gift you could ever give yourself than this, than to learn your soul, to learn who you truly are. Because through that, your purpose is naturally birthed. Your prosperity naturally follows. Your soul's impact. I know that you came here to make an impact. You came here to be a leader, to be a guide. And so I'm so excited to share this with you. I'm going to put more details below if you feel called And if you decide to join, I'm so excited. I'm so grateful to have you on this journey. Thank you for being the leader, the guide that you are, for doing this work, for showing up for yourself. There's truly nothing that this world needs more right now than conscious leaders and people who are truly tapped into who they truly are. That's what we need right now more than ever. So with that, my loves, I'm sending you all infinite love and light.